Look, I am your father.
Hey, how's it going? And today I'm going to show you how to do a basic lip synced character in Moho using Papagayo. This is just kind of a quick and dirty introduction to how you could make a character's mouth move and bring in some dialogue. Okay, so to start, you're going to have to download this program called Papagayo. I'll leave the link in the description. This is a free program. It's very basic. It just helps match up the spoken words with the mouth movements that you'll need. I'll show you how to get going with this, get started with this. Okay, so the first thing is we got to have Papagayo loaded, and then we have to record some audio. And once you've got your audio, and I recommend just starting with something very simple like a few words, you just click and drag, and it should be a WAV file, not an MP3 file, and you just click and drag it into this window right here. And it should be a file that's pretty tight. It shouldn't be any noise in the background. It should just be the basic words. And then you type in, this one just says, Luke, I am your father. Just like that. And then what you'll have here in this program, I can blow it up a little bit. You've got what's basically the sentence level, the word level, and the phoneme level. You can choose different mouths and set your frame rates. I just say leave it at 24 for right now. And so the first way you start is you go to the sentence level, and you just click and drag this to match the length of the sentence. So you just start at the green level and you match that to the length of the sentence. Then the words are like, Luke, I am your father. There we go. We just come here. I think it's better to start probably at one end and then work forward. So we'll start with father, and we'll just pull this forward. Sometimes you got to move something to make room to move. So we'll just say father's there, and yours is going to pull it back here. So you just have to finagle around with these. And I am, so this is I am. Oh, that's M. And this is I. I am your father. And then you can play it, and there's a mouth over here to see how well it matches. But there's room to adjust it around later as well. And then you can also adjust these individual phonemes if you want. You can adjust at this level in Moho as well. So once you've got it lined up and synced up the best you can, you simply just click export. And it'll ask you where you want to save. It'll save as you can name it whatever you want, but by default it saves as voice 1. And then you're done with that. Then if you open up Anime Studio, there's something else I should mention. Keep an eye on your Papagayo folder, because there's a folder in here called Mouse, and we'll want to import that into Moho as well. To get started, we're going to go into Moho here, and we're just going to go File, New, and we have a new project loaded. And then I want my desktop viewable for a moment here, so that's why I'm kind of shifting around here a bit. So the first thing we'll do is import the mouth, and so we click on this and we simply click and drag it onto the workspace, and you've got a variety of mouths that you can download here. You can download all of them, but just for this I'm just going to pick one to download, and then we simply go OK, and then it automatically creates a mouth layer over here, and there's our mouth. And then all we got to do is we need the data. So we double click on the mouth layer, and then we go to switch here, and then we just go select audio sync source, and we go switch data file, and we bring in our Papagayo data folder right there, the voice 1 DAT, and go open and open again, and now it's loaded up down here. And if we hit play, we've got the animated mouth moving. We also need to import our audio file. Something really important is to be aware of the frame that you're on. So right now we're on frame 114. We really want to be on frame 0, especially when we're importing things. So we're on frame 0 right there, and what we're going to do is I can make this full screen right now. I can go to File, Import, and I need to go to Audio File. I'll import this Luke 1 file like that, and go OK. So there's my audio file. So now I've got the audio file. If I hit play, I'll hear the audio matching hopefully to the mouth.
Look,
now if I click on the mouth,
I am your father.
I also have the ability to adjust the synchronization here as well. By clicking and dragging these, you can adjust things. Let me reverse that. I'll hit Control Z to reverse that. But these rests can be scaled back down. These can be moved as well. So you can fine tune by clicking and dragging these markers along here if the audio is not quite synced up the way that you'd like it to be. So you can play around with this and get it a little bit tighter if it's not quite tight. And then the last thing is, let's say we got a mouth now, that's fantastic, but we want to put it on a character, and actually that's pretty easy to do too. So again, we want to make sure we're on the 0 frame, and if we come up here and we make sure we're on the mouth layer, if we click in the corner, we can actually scale this mouth down quite a bit like that. And then all we need is a person to put this on. So we can just simply go into our window, our character wizard, and we've got our boy here. If we click on face, we can change it to cartoon boy tune, which is quite a bit wider face. And then if we come into mouth, we can actually get rid of his mouth. And if we come here, we can make him look a little bit more. So we have more room for our mouth. And then we simply go okay. And there he is. Now, of course, he's blocking out our mouth. So we just got to click and drag our mouth layer up above him. And there's our mouth. And then again, make sure we're on the 0 frame. We can click and drag our mouth and put him on there. I can scroll in a little bit here, and that's a little bit still big of a mouth. So if I'm on this transform layer, I can click and drag and make the mouth, resize the mouth to a more appropriate size. And then if I hit play, I've got my animated character.
Look,
with
I am your father.
And it's really pretty straightforward and simple. It's just making sure that you're on the 0 frame a lot of the times, because it's real easy to forget that, and that's considered the workspace. And the other part is just coming down here and clicking and dragging these and lining up your audio if it's not quite syncing up. And your frame rate of your project should be the same frame rate that you were in Papagayo. So if you come in here to File and you go to Project Settings, you can set your frame rate here, but you should have set that in the very beginning at 24 frames per second. Believe it or not, that's it. So I hope you found this helpful. This is just kind of a quick start into how you can create animated mouth character in Moho relatively quickly using Papagayo. Thank you very much. Have a great day. And if you're interested in seeing more videos like this, please be sure to leave a comment and let me know. And so I will talk to you later.
Look, I am your father.